on CTV News at 5.
Like everything's getting smaller, but the prices are getting higher.
Fork it over. Turkey's not the only thing getting roasted this Thanksgiving as sky-high prices persist.
As soon as we see the leaves, we know it's about to start.
Celtic Colours, the countdown is on to Cape Breton's international celebration of sight and sound.
Showers ending and clouds clearing tonight with sunny October weather ahead for the next few days.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Panopoulos. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, Thanksgiving price check. Turkey, potatoes, and all the fixins won't cost you much more this year, but that's only because they're already pretty pricey. As CTV's Emma Convey tells us, she looked at just how much your festive feast will set you back this year. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Maria. Inflation plays a part in what families put on their tables for Thanksgiving. Sylvain Charlebois with the Food Analytics Lab at Dalhousie University says food prices are higher in the Maritimes. So more families are opting for cheaper proteins this holiday, like ham. Seoul's Harbor Rescue Mission serves around 600 meals a day. On Thanksgiving, that number doubles.
In reality, at least at the downtown Halifax location, it's $6 a meal. And so we rely on the support of others to donate turkeys, to donate financially.
This team has offered free traditional Thanksgiving meals for 15 years. CEO Michelle Porter says as the demand climbs, so too do their grocery bills.
Turkey is so expensive that the average person is going to have a hard time buying a whole turkey. For us, we need the whole turkeys, but imagine how many it takes to do 1,200 to 1,500 meals.
2024 was an expensive year for food, according to Sylvain Charlebois with the Agri-Foods Analytics Lab at Dalhousie University. This year, their annual cost analysis for Thanksgiving dinner found Canadians will pay about the same as last year.
The cost to feed 4 people at Thanksgiving with turkey, it will cost you about 18 cents more than last year. That's it. So, but if you're extremely careful, if you're not careful, you can spend more.
One factor could be pricing strategies. Grocers are discounting some items while increasing others like side dishes. Turkey has actually gone cheaper. The price dropped from $11.69 last year to $10.43 this year. Potatoes increased in price by $1 to $6.99 this year. And carrots went up in price from 91 cents in 2024 to $1.79 in 2025.
Most of it is tariff-free now since September 1st, which is good news, with the exception of steel and aluminum. So you want to stay away from cans.
These include items like cranberries and gravy, which have both gone up in price. Cranberries from $2 in 2024 to $2.50 now, and gravy from 88 cents to $1.27. Despite prices being more stable this year, for some, they're still simply not affordable.
Seniors definitely can't afford to. If it wasn't for places like Spencer House, I wouldn't be having Thanksgiving dinner.
To just put on a big meal at all, kind of even regardless of how expensive groceries are, and then to have groceries be more expensive on top of that, it just becomes an even bigger cost.
Sylvain Charlebois says the reason they put the report out this week is for people to get a head start on their shopping because the prices will go up and there won't be any deals next weekend. So shopping early is also key.
Oh, that's noted. Thank you very much. It's going to be a busy shopping week for a lot of us. Thank you, Emma. CTV's Emma Convey for us in the news center. That actually brings us to tonight's Web Bowl. We are asking, are you trying to save money on your Thanksgiving dinner this year? Your options are simple, yes or no. Just go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. It's a time to splurge for many, but also a time to save if you can. All right, Todd Batt is standing by now with a look at the headlines. Hi, Todd.
Hi there, Maria. Coming up at 6, more people have been forced from their homes due to a wildfire in Nova Scotia's Kings County. The fire is still burning out of control. So far, no homes or cottages have been lost in this fire. The province announced today it is extending the wildfire season until the end of October. We'll tell you what that means at 6. With a $5.5 billion debt and aging infrastructure, NB Power has filed yet another rate increase application for next year, hoping to get around 5% more. That works out to about $11 on the average monthly bill. CTV's Laura Brown has the details in the newscast. And we have an update today on a story we brought you earlier in the week about a grocery store, that fire in Salisbury. There were concerns raised about seniors in that village not being able to get their groceries. Now a store in neighboring Petitcodiac has stepped up. CTV's Derek Taggett will tell you about that at 6. Right now, Kayla Mitchell's going to tell us about, well, what really is a cooler afternoon compared to what we've become accustomed to.
Yeah, that's certainly the case. October 1st here, and was feeling a little bit more on the brisk side around the region. That carries on into the first part of this evening. Temperatures now mostly in the range of the high single digits and low teens, mid-teens for a couple of spots. The wind was helping it make it feel a little bit cooler today, and of course not helping out at all with the wildfire situation. Well, really around the Maritimes, but specifically for the wildfire in Kings County in Nova Scotia. The winds are being sustained right now between 10 and 30 kilometers per hour. We're getting some gusts reported between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour. They are going to be diminishing as we move through the night, getting lightest for the province of New Brunswick, but will remain breezy and still out of the north for Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, both tonight and tomorrow. Those winds were directing that wildfire smoke down towards the south for today. So air quality statements in effect for both Kings County as well as Lunenburg County, where that smoke is present, at least locally, air quality would be reduced. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite right now, we did have a scattering of some showers around the region today, even a few reports of graupel. It's also known as soft hail, so a few sort of like hail-like bits of precipitation out there for today. That's going to be coming to an end, and a clearing sky for the remainder of tonight, which is going to give us a risk of frost and a frost advisory out for the province of New Brunswick. I'll have more on that nighttime forecast, what's coming up over the next couple of days when I'm back a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you, Kayleen. Grapple, forgot that word. All right, time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. Coming up next, we will look at how today's Treaty Day and yesterday's National Day for Truth and Reconciliation were marked in our region. And a little later, we have this story, too.
I'm Ryan McDonald in Sydney. The calendar has flipped over to October, and the leaves by now have solidly turned color, too. Here in Cape Breton, that means the sound of fiddle music isn't far behind. We'll tee up this year's Celtic Colours Festival coming up.
Since 1964, Christmas Daddies has been raising money for maritime children. You support the cause when you buy a 2026 Christmas Daddies calendar with big squares for busy schedules. Get yours today at any Giant Tiger location in the Maritimes.
Here in Mi'kma'ki, in Halifax, in Nova Scotia, in Chibuktuk, we are really privileged to learn and live and gather on this unceded territory. And today is an acknowledgement of that gratitude and the importance of the peace and friendship treaties that underpin our being here.
A special flag raising was held at Grand Parade in Halifax to mark Treaty Day. Today is dedicated to the peace and friendship treaties between the Mi'kmaq and the Crown, and also serves as a kickoff to Mi'kmaq History Month in Nova Scotia. And of course, yesterday in Halifax, orange shirts filled the Mi'kmaq Native Friendship Center to mark the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. CTV's Hafsa Arif shows us people gathered to remember and to learn.
People gathered to honor survivors and remember the children who never came home.
Kind of reflect on what the day means and how they can take action in their lives to support reconciliation at the neighborhood level.
The center buzzing with voices, music, and learning. Children color and build, while others gather around the tables filled with books and games.
You can see like there's a sea of orange behind me. It's just a great turnout. So I think people are really understanding what the day is about and coming to support and looking for ways to support.
One activity invited people to make medicine pouches filled with sacred items.
They are pouches that you wear around your neck, and they're made of leather, and they hold the sacred medicines in them. And the sacred medicines are sage, cedar, tobacco, and sweetgrass.
Some came for a sense of belonging.
I work in the space of Indigenous health, and I work in Quebec, and this is my first year being in Halifax on this day, and I wanted to find a place where I could be with community and then have this feeling of being together.
For others, it was about honoring the children.
To show my support for the fallen angels that we have now, and also just to put it out there that, you know, every child matters and every child deserves to have a safe home.
A solemn silence, a sea of orange, and a call for everyday actions towards reconciliation. Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Hafsa. Nice to see such a wonderful turnout. Kaylin Mitchell joins us now. A lovely day yesterday. Today, things seem to have changed a little bit out there.
I guess maybe appropriate, considering we turned over to the month of October.
Right.
Was feeling a little bit cooler today in that blustery north wind. This video is actually from yesterday. This is near St. Louis de Kent in New Brunswick.
Wow!
Hundreds of seals here. I guess this is a favorite spot of theirs to hang out this time of the year. You can see them splashing around in the water. I've got more on the weather forecast coming up next. Hopefully, I can get your seal of approval.
I see what you did there.
Yes! Yes! Oh! No, it didn't! No, it didn't! No, it didn't!
Oh, 14-year-old Jax was golfing with his dad, Derek, when he got his first hole-in-one at New Brunswick's Hillsborough Golf Club yesterday. Dad shared the video with us and said it was an unreal feeling and that he may have been more excited than Jax when it happened. He adds that it's a special moment they have together forever. Oh, no. Buddy.
Is it in?
Jax, way to go. He pulls it right out of the... Yeah. There, he pulls it right out of the hole there, Kaylin. Oh, the joy.
Look how tough that hole is, too. It's nothing but water. And then it's the green with the flag on it. That's incredible.
Outstanding. I love that. I love that for him, and I love it for us because we get to enjoy it too.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, awesome. Well done.
I mean, I turned 44 and I'm still looking for my first hole in one, so
right.
There you go. You can check that one off the list right away.
For sure. All right, so how's it looking out there? A beautiful golf day yesterday. Not so much today in
yeah, a little bit cooler today. Some off and on scattered showers reported as well. Of course, we still have that gusty north wind. We're taking a look out here near Scottsburn, Pictou County, Nova Scotia, where a few of those showers are moving through today. Even some reports, again, of that graupel or that soft hail around the region. That's because we do have so much cooler air located aloft of us right now in the Maritimes. On our weather systems map, though, coming up for tonight and for tomorrow, it's a returning area of high pressure. So we're going to see some clearing tonight. A lot of sunshine in the forecast for the next couple of days. That high pressure system, as I talked about on Monday, is pushing those two tropical weather systems to the east of the Maritimes. What once was Hurricane Umberto has now already become a post-tropical weather system. And then to the south of it, and this one is the bigger concern for Bermuda, which is underneath a hurricane warning. This is Hurricane Imelda, and it is now a Category 2 hurricane and expected to approach Bermuda tonight into early Thursday morning. And Bermuda could get into some hurricane conditions because of that storm. But both of them headed off towards the east, neither of them expected to bring any weather impacts to us here in the Maritimes. Now, currently on radar, as we move into the first part of this evening, we still have some scattered showers around. These are going to be coming to an end as we make our way through the night, and the cloud cover associated with them is going to be clearing away. Winds are going to be getting a little bit lighter tonight, but will remain breezy for both tonight and tomorrow for both Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia. They do get lighter for the province of New Brunswick because of the combination there of chillier overnight low temperatures, a clear sky, and lighter winds. There is a higher risk of frost, and that's why the entire province of New Brunswick is underneath that frost advisory for tonight. Winds in the forecast for tonight and for tomorrow, they remain mostly out of the north. They do get lighter for New Brunswick, staying 10 to 20 kilometers per hour Thursday afternoon. Still breezy, though, for both Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia. Both of those provinces can probably expect some gusts on Thursday between 20 and 40 kilometers per hour. It's down a little bit for today. Today's winds kind of peak between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour as far as the gusts go. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight. So for New Brunswick, most of the province can expect lows to fall into a range around 0 to 4 degrees. A few areas up around the northwest of the province could actually see low temperatures fall a degree or two below the freezing mark. For Prince Edward Island for tonight, most of the low temperatures will be between 5 and 8 degrees. And for many areas of Nova Scotia tonight, low temperatures between 6 and 10. Highs in the forecast for Thursday. They're up a bit compared to today. They'll be 15 to 17 degrees for New Brunswick. It's very seasonable for this time of the year. 14 degrees for Charlottetown, many communities in Prince Edward Island, and high temperatures for Nova Scotia between 14 and 17. For the end of the week on Friday, that area of high pressure is still in place. So more sunshine in the forecast. Winds become southwest and temperatures rise to become mild to warm again for early October. We can expect high temperatures on Friday, mostly in the high teens and the low 20s. All right, let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from Brittany Newcomb from Middle Musquodoboit, Nova Scotia. Brittany has sent us a spooky drawing, so we're looking forward to Halloween this month. Thank you, Brittany. And weather watchers can come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So with fall now in full bloom, or at least close to it, the sound of fiddle music isn't far behind in Cape Breton. CTV's Ryan McDonald gives us a look and a listen ahead at this year's edition of Celtic Colours.
The calendar has flipped to October, and the music festival, known in some circles as 10 Nights Without Sleep, is now 9 days away.
As soon as we see the leaves, we know it's about to start.
This year marks the 29th for the Celtic Colours International Festival, a combination of fiddle music and fall foliage that has attracted musicians and visitors to Cape Breton from all over the world since its inception back in 1997.
I think this festival has marked fall for everybody in Cape Breton, and particularly changed the tourism season for Cape Breton, which used to sort of end at Labor Day and now goes pretty much till the end of October.
And it's just become a central point in my life. Don't go looking for me in October unless you're looking at Celtic Colours.
Dave Mahalik has been a part of Celtic Colours since day one. He says what brings people here each year are some of the same elements that keep him coming back: the natural beauty of the setting and the authenticity of the sound.
They've heard of the big names, they've seen them play around the world, and I think that there's a real interest in coming to see where it comes from and not just taking in the music, but some of the cultural community events.
Back in the summer, during all of that dry weather we had, some felt that perhaps this year's fall colours might not have too much pop. And that is, of course, one of the selling points of Celtic Colours each and every year. But now that October is here, it seems the fall foliage has showed up after all. Organizers say 35 shows for this year's Celtic Colours have already sold out, but that tickets are still available for some performance or another on each day of the festival. And they have something special in store for this year's closing concert at Sydney's Centre 200.
For the first time ever, we have Jimmy Rankin and his band, and that's been something we've been wanting to do for some time.
Celtic Colours 2025 begins on Friday, October 10th with an opening concert at the Port Hawkesbury Civic Centre and wraps up with that finale show at Centre 200 on Saturday the 18th. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Sydney.
Oh, Cape Breton, you are so beautiful, and Celtic Colours, get your tickets now. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, though, we will celebrate a maritime milestone.
I'm Laura Brown in Fredericton, and coming up on CTV News at 5, these two have been on the air together for 25 years here in the city of Fredericton, and we're going to ask them if they're finally tired of each other. That conversation is coming up on CTV News at 5.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Tomorrow at 7, what did you stand in line for? Maybe it was 20 years ago. Maybe it was yesterday, like me.
Moves dream big. We gave away 20 grand earlier this week. You could be next.
Speaking of radio duos, Fredericton has been listening to the same two voices on radio for 25 years now. The Freddie Mac Show with Mark Roberts is one of the longest running morning show pairs in the country. CTV's Laura Brown sat down with them to ask how this magnificent milestone feels.
Bouncing to the beach once again with Sandals Resorts. This time it's Sandals South Coast in Jamaica.
Yeah, we'll do some reconnaissance for you.
That's right. We want to make sure everything's okay. We're the royal tasters.
Yeah.
we were able to work together pretty quickly, I think. I mean, I'm not. We've come a long way since that first year, 25 years ago. But yeah, I think you know, we're different people, and I think that's good too. And so that we bring kind of two different perspectives to things, and you know, maybe that makes it more. I hope that makes it more.
Yeah, yeah. I always have a mantra saying, "Make the other person the star." And Mark and I, if he does that same thing, if we fight to make each other the star, then you can't help but be
we're not
successful. It all started this morning. We were talking about, you know, Karens.
Yes.
But then we were wondering, well, what's the male version of that?
Yeah. You know, I wanted to be in radio since I was 10 years old, growing up in Bedak, Cape Breton, and didn't think I'd ever be able to get into radio, let alone have a career in it, and to last this long. It's crazy.
I always wanted to perform. So I was an actor before radio, but radio will create a situation whereby I can get my teeth cleaned and medical expenses paid.
It's a wonderful thing.
As opposed to
the balance.
being a struggling actor.
What people really want to know is, do you still like each other?
Well, you know, in all seriousness, I can say that we're kind of a drama-free morning show, and that's hard to do in this media business because everybody has an ego. You have to survive in this thing, but we don't. We're very. We get along every morning, and neither one of us like conflict, so
yeah,
we don't fight.
Yeah. That's right. You get two people pleasers doing a morning show together. We just love each other so much.
Hands off. Thanks. You have to give a shout out to the listeners for sticking with us, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, listeners are they make a choice to put us on in the morning, and they don't have to.
We are listener interactive first rather than performance, but you know, we like to make them the star.
Congratulations, you two. And by the way, the pair is celebrating this milestone right now. In fact, at Fredericton's Regent Mall until 7 tonight. If you feel like sharing your congratulations with the radio legends, here's to 25 more. I mean, if you want to be doing it that long.
It's just amazing. Dynamic duo there in Fredericton. I mean, they must love it. Oh, by the way, for you and me, 2043.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in it for the long haul, Kaylin. All right, so let's talk about the weather of the here and now, though.
So coming up at 6, we're going to touch a little bit more on the weather conditions, especially related to some of the wildfires ongoing in the region. Also update you on any of the tropical or on the tropical weather active in the Atlantic as well. And that's coming up at 6.
We will see you and Todd at 6. I'll see you tomorrow. The national news is next. Good night.